Hey everybody, Mr. Andy55 back at you again with just another video slash review. I talked about on my prior video that that was my first custom, the Nemesis Prime, and I thought it turned out okay. Then I corrected myself, and these two weapons before you are actually my first customs. One and then the other. So the one that I did the video for yesterday, the RID Prime custom, was actually my third, technically. Anyway, yeah, so if anybody knows or anybody had purchased any of the Transformers Prime RID figures, you realized that they came, or you unfortunately had to get the stupid Powerizer weapons, and they weren't too much good to anybody. A couple of them were okay, but for the majority, they kind of looked like the weapon that we hoped we'd get when they were folded out, but not so much the way they were, and they came in all these crazy colors with lights, and, you know, something to get the kids to buy them. Some of the kids can try this and say, oh, you know, I want that, because it lights up. Whee! Anyway, so I decided to just take off some of the guts. Let me give you a little closer look at one of these. Before I do take them off and take them out of their hands, a lot of people are adding like pegs to them, and so they can undersling them better. And I mean, I don't know if you guys agree, but I think that looks pretty good. And I didn't add anything. I just used the back battery pack button that you're supposed to use your finger to push down, and I gripped their hand around that, and it, you know, looks just like the minigun handle, the curve that it's on, you know. And yeah, I thought it worked pretty well. You know, I'm sure somebody can do better, but I thought it worked pretty well. So it can be underslung. Both the guns can be underslung without any addition to the plastic at all. So and if you can see, these actually stick in pretty good. The trick is to come in with the gun like this and get it behind his thumb, and then pull it down, and it wedges. Puts like a little tiny stress on his thumb, but not much. I mean, it's not bad. And the other one, I don't think there's any stress at all. So this is what it ended up looking like. I cut off the tab here. I cut off the arm that came out and supported it. You know, it looks pretty cool like that too. So I can see why people add the peg, but I'm comfortable with it the way it is. So excuse. Anyway, it's giving you a look. I base coated it. Use this really good gray primer stuff I found. Not sure what the name is. I don't even think they make it anymore. I found it at work in one of the back cabinets, and it was a good sealer. Well, it was a good base coat, sorry. So yeah, I glued it out and did some paint work on it, and it really brought the barrels out and everything in the front, and I thought it looked pretty cool. Okay, so that's Skyquake's gun. And then when we had Dreadwing, we got his sword too. So, and on the show, his sword is actually, in a lot of the pictures, is actually attached to the gun on its side, just like so. So I'll leave it attached, gives it a little bit of a different look. You can take it off, and you're gonna get some paint rub. If it wasn't dry all the way, but not a big deal. And that's the sword. Came out pretty nice. I couldn't get a really solid picture of what it looked like on the internet. Like I googled the image and stuff, and I couldn't get like a flat-on shot of what it. Maybe somebody else can, but I couldn't get one. And I didn't feel like scrummaging through the cartoon, freezing the frame. But I was going to paint it up the colors it is in the cartoon, because they do have some bright colors on both of the guns. Well, Skyquakes you don't really see too much, but Dreadwings definitely. So that's Dreadwing's gun. Again, I glued out the tip here, and painted it up, base coated it, painted it up. Alright, so that's my little video, little side project I was working on a couple months ago. Figured I'd share. Alright guys, let me know what you think. Any suggestions? I know a lot of customizers out there, so if you're watching, let me know what you think. Thanks guys.